Hey, it's Jim. It's January 27th. Back in the shop. Kind of cleaned up a little bit. Took the Christmas decorations down and all that. It was kind of getting into spring mode. And anyway, we got about 2 inches of snow last night, and now we're supposed to get back down to about minus 25 for the next week. So anyway, gonna start the tear down of the Jonsered 2071. Right now it's got a 52 millimeter big bore in it, so it basically makes it 76.5 cc's. Whoops, sorry guys. Going to throw in a 272 piston, which is windowed, and do a little bit more port work on it while I've got it apart. So we'll show you what's going on with that as we go. Okay, maybe I'll try and stabilize that thing a little bit more. That didn't do it. All right, so a bit of tear down with this old girl. Pretty pleased with it. I don't have anything that's stripped out, and yeah, she runs real good. Been a really reliable saw. It's got the heated carbon handlebar on it. I also fabbed up a full wrap that also has the heat wrap in the handle, so kind of nice for around here. But yeah, just see a few other guys doing the 272 piston on it. I think this is probably a aftermarket cylinder on this. I don't know for sure, because it does look like it's really good quality, or a very similar quality to what OEM was, but I didn't find any manufacturer names and stuff on it, so probably is a aftermarket one. But anyway, so yeah, so I did save the original cylinder. It's the 50 mil, and yeah, we'll see what I do with that. I might just leave it stock just in case somebody wants to pick this saw up as a kind of a fun ported saw, but also have the option to go back to stock for whatever reason, and go from there. So I just prefer to use the screwdriver for a lot of these cover bolts. They're a bit of a pain if you end up stripping out the case where they mount, so worth a couple extra minutes, and just do it careful. But anyway, try not to get you guys too bored, so I'll probably shut this off until I get to something a bit more exciting. Then we'll bring you back in. Okay, so even though I ported this one before, I always like to pay attention as I pull them apart, and just double check my numbers and stuff too. So basically, for a quick and easy squish test, I just pull the plug, put 2 pieces of fine solder. So this one I knew was under 32 thousandths, which is what the solder that I use is, and then just basically rotate the flywheel up a couple times and measure it, and it was 22.5, 23 thou. So yeah, some guys would say that's a little bit too tight, but yeah, it's definitely in the ballpark. A lot of guys will stick with about 25 thou, but anyway, that's what that is. Whoops. And yeah, just some of the differences with these Jonsereds versus the Huskies is some of the air filtration. This one here does have the heat on it, so I think this is more of kind of a winter style filter. Anyways, if you were in real sort of sooty wood fire-killed stuff, or even a bunch of Douglas fir or something, I think you might want to switch to a different style filter. But for most of the stuff I've been doing with it, it's been great. You can see the extra wiring and stuff in here for the heating. There are plates in the handle here, as well as, like I was saying, the wiring runs up to a grid, or a, yeah, anyways, it's in the handlebar underneath the rubber and over top of the aluminum, so it just sits in there like a foil kind of stuff there. So anyway, keep pulling her down. Okay, so what I've found, and a lot of other guys find works really good on these Huskies, is removing your 2 long carb bolts at the back. Probably should have popped the choke lever off before I started recording, but anyways, remove that. You've got your throttle cable here, so you're just going to want to flip the throttle forward, and then you can remove it from there. And basically what we're going to do is pull the muffler off, and then just lift the cylinder complete out. We'll disconnect the fuel hoses. Don't forget to disconnect your anti-vibe spring from the handlebar up here. I've had pretty good luck with having enough room to remove them without taking the handlebar off, and it makes it a little easier for later on holding onto the saw and stuff. So anyways, one other thing I was thinking of is you want to make sure when you're removing muffler bolts, snap them loose first with a T-handle or a long Allen wrench if you've got it. But before you do that, just make sure that your bolts, if you've got a bunch of debris in them, these cap screws or hex heads, they really strip off easy anyways, so you want to clean that out so that you get a really good surface there to put your wrench into to pop them loose. And some guys will end up using Loctite or whatever on these, so you can expect them to be bonded in there quite well. So is that from? Oh. Okay, so pull the muffler out. Make sure you drain your tank. What'll happen is if you disconnect your hoses, you're going to have probably some pressure in the tank as your shop warms up or whatever. So it's going to cause that fuel to keep pushing, and you'll be leaking it out the hose. So just kind of a pain. We disconnected the throttle cable up at the top, and then as you lift that, you just want to make sure that it's not still hooked in there. Some of your filter mounts are going to have the hook still on them. If they do, just remember that's attached to that rubber across the bottom there. Yeah, and then let's see, should be good to go here. Just got our impulse hose there, and that's about it, eh? So, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Huh? Okay, once you got her apart, you're gonna see what you got. It's a good thing I looked at this. I'd had my brother break it in for me, but really haven't used it since I got it back, other than a couple cuts in the wood pile. Yeah, not too impressive. So all I could say is thanks. Well, adventure continues. We'll see what kind of rebuild it ends up being. Guess I'll stick to breaking in my own saws in the future. Did have a decent wash pattern on it. Tried to talk him into running 40-1, but he's pretty hooked on his still 50-1. Not a fan. Fortunately, the cylinder is still good. It'll look pretty ugly here, but there's no gouges or anything above the ports. And I'll clean the rest of this up. It'll be plenty good for anything now. So yeah, I guess it's a good thing I was gonna do that 272 piston in it, because it definitely needs a piston. And this is the OEM Molly cylinder and boot and everything with it. There's a couple marks here on it where I was going to port it up, but I might just clean it up and then leave it stock. The new 372 box. I guess I gotta go do a little looking around. Okay, I'm back. I figured out where I had put that piston I was looking for. I actually had another brand new big bore, but I think this other one's good, so I think I'll probably just run this guy and just show you the difference here with the windowed piston. So I haven't actually done one of these before, but all indications are that it really is a night and day difference. This one is a single ring and looking forward to what we end up with. So we'll keep you going here. I was just gonna put this in the tank, but this is one of the reasons why on most of these Huskies and stills that I work on, I do the decomp delete. This one's stuck. I think it's actually stuck in. And so if it's either in or cracked open a bit, you're going to end up with a lean condition on these where it can suck air, plus you'll lose compression on them. So most guys never use that anyhow. It's just one more thing to make them trouble free.